Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alex here, and I haven't made a video for about a week now. You guys have been asking me lots of questions in the comment section of this YouTube channel on my videos, and you know what, despite the fact that I haven't made a video for 6 or 7 days, my YouTube channel is growing and growing, and the views are growing and going up, and I will try to be as consistent as possible with my videos. So for you today I have this Q&A that has been pending for a while now. There are questions that you guys have asked me, and now you will get an answer. For this particular video I selected questions from the comment section of my videos. Keep in mind, none of my videos are scripted. That means none of my videos are made with a screen in front in which I just read everything. No. But for this one I'm just gonna read the question and then I'm gonna answer it. So the first question is: I have a tattoo on my hand wrist, a little lower at back of my hand, so it won't be visible but still in the white area. Do you know any case of your colleagues like this? Is it normal? So this question is probably from a cabin crew wannabe, a person that wants to become a cabin crew. And most of my questions today will be from people wanting to get a job in the airline industry. And to be frank, it's not allowed to have a tattoo on the wrist. If you want to become a cabin crew for a Middle Eastern airline, tattoos on the wrist are not allowed. If you have it, I don't know, on your arm, that will be fine because it's covered by your uniform. But on the wrist it's visible, so that is not allowed, unfortunately. But if you want to apply for one of those cabin crew positions, one of those cabin crew jobs, you will have to remove the tattoo. All right, next question is: how much is important English for Etihad Airways? All right, the grammar for this question is a bit off. Obviously, it's very important, guys. It's very important to know English and to be fluent in English for this job. Now, I know many people that haven't been so good with English, and they've come here in the UAE or working for a Middle Eastern airline, and they improved all along. So depends on the interview, depends how well you do at the interview, depends if you prepare for interview. And for those of you that need to improve your English, I suggest, I don't know, taking some classes, watching some movies, reading books in English, easy ones obviously, that you can improve your language skills. I don't consider myself very good or literate in English, but I'm doing well. I'm reading books in English, and I'm talking each day, every day in English, and that matters a lot. All right, the next question. Hi Alex, congrats, your channel is gaining more subscribers, going to reach 2K, yay. One question about the apartment. Do they have cleaners? I mean, for our room and toilet and main hall, everything, who cleans it? If they have cleaners, do they regularly come daily or weekly? No. So I'm gonna cut you right there. I clean my own apartment and I clean my own room. I mean, it's not a big deal, I mean, it's not. I do have a big apartment, yes, but it's not a big deal to take 1 hour of every a few days, and clean it, an hour, a couple of hours. And if you maintain the apartment clean, you don't have to clean it as much. All right, the next question. Hi, what is your height? My height is 185 centimeters or 6 feet 1. Next question. Do Etihad allow beers now? Yes, they are allowed since the 1st of May 2019, so it's been a year now. If you look on Instagram and hashtag Etihad crew, you'll see a lot of male cabin crew with beards. I personally cannot grow a beard properly. I have some bad patches here, so at the full beard it just doesn't look properly groomed. It doesn't look nice, so I don't wear a full beard. I just shave before each flight. That's how I do it. So they're allowed. I don't personally have one. Next question. Hello, I have a question about work in Etihad. I need to have a higher degree to become a cabin crew in Etihad. Thank you. No. This applies to all Middle Eastern airlines. You do not need a higher degree to become a cabin crew. Like, you don't need to go to college. You just need a high school diploma, diploma that specifies that you have finished high school, and that's it. Afterwards, you can get hired in a Middle Eastern airline. Granted, you have all the other requirements as well. Bro, I'm planning to go in hospitality. What should I do? Diploma in front office or diploma in food and beverage service? What is your advice? Well, first of all, I don't know exactly what do you mean by planning to go in hospitality. That can mean a lot of things. There's a lot of jobs in hospitality. I assume you're asking about aviation hospitality, in which case, obviously, food and beverage. I mean, in order to get an airline job, specifically in order to become a cabin crew, you need experience in customer service related jobs. No matter what it is, you know, you can be a salesman, you can be a food and beverage manager or something, you can be a waiter, a bartender, you can do insurance, you can do, you know, even office jobs that require you to interact with other customers. So that's called a customer service job. So basically that's what you should go for if you want to become a hospitality or airline employee. All right, next question. What camera do you use? I use a Canon SL2, also known as Canon 200D. It's an entry-level camera, but with good performance, and this camera that I'm using, I can use it outside for vlogging, or I can use it inside as I'm using it right now to talk to you guys. It's on a tripod right now. I have a couple of lights here that put more light on me, so I can have a kind of a quality video, right? Because I want to bring quality content to you. It's often not about the camera, but it's more about everything else. Like the lens, what kind of lens you have, and so on and so forth. So next question. What about married crew members, please? Okay, I assume you put me a few questions and then you asked this one. I assume you mean how is it with Middle Eastern airlines and married crew members? Well, it's all right. I have a lot of colleagues personally that are married. I have colleagues that came here and that were married, and including colleagues that have a child at home or colleagues that have a child here. And it's all right, you can be married, there's no problem in that. If you're married, you can actually choose to live outside the company accommodation, like let's say you want to rent an apartment in Abu Dhabi somewhere. Next question is, did you request to train for an Airbus A380, or are cabin crews chosen randomly to train and fly on it? Thanks in advance. Well, very good question, and this is a subscriber that actually follows my YouTube channel constantly, I see, because obviously this person has seen my Airbus A380 video, you know, with the crew roster video. To be honest, I personally applied for it. I requested training because I wanted to fly on a big mama, the Airbus A380, the huge plane. So yeah, I requested it and I got it a couple of years later. That there was a long waiting list because a lot of crew asked to be trained on a 380. It's a very nice aircraft. It's a very crew-friendly aircraft. Like cabin crew, they like to work on this aircraft, you know, the big plane. Passengers like to fly on it. Cabin crew like to work on it. The only ones that don't like the 380 anymore are actually the airlines, because the Airbus A380 is not so fuel efficient like other aircrafts, you know, aircrafts like Boeing 787. That's very efficient, but the 380, because it has 4 engines, it consumes a lot of fuel, so it's not fuel efficient. Airlines, they kind of want to get rid of those 380s, unfortunately, in today's environment, you know. So yeah, next question. Do you get paid for both duty hours and block hours, or just block hours? Yeah, for duty hours. I mean, we get paid since we swipe our cards, you know, at the job, and until we disembark and we close our duty hours. So basically duty hours. You drink too much of water. I don't know how this comment got here. Yeah, thank you. I hope I do. It's good to stay hydrated. Okay, the next question. Hello, I know this doesn't belong at this video, but this is the recent one. I'm quite curious if Etihad Airways accepts applicants who are currently wearing braces. Thank you very much. Keep continuing shining. Stay safe. Appreciate your comments. This is kind of a... I don't really know what to answer because it varies a bit. So as far as I remember, yes, you can wear braces at the interview, right? But when you start working, you have to take them off or something like that. That's what I remember. I'm not 100% sure, so this question, don't take my words for granted, replying to this question. But I will tell you what, I have cabin crew colleagues that have braces, but those invisible ones, they don't show, right? Like you cannot really tell that they have them. So it really depends, and depends on how the interviews are conducted nowadays, which I'm not so familiar with the process. It has been 4 years since I'm in the company, so it's been some time since my interview. But yeah, very good question. If you go to an interview, open day, whatever, for one of the Middle Eastern airlines, just put some invisible braces or wait until you have to take them off, I would say, to be on the safe side. All right, one more question. Do you live alone or share accommodation with other colleagues? I live alone in my room, but I share the accommodation, the apartment, with other colleagues. It's a big apartment, we are 3 of us, and we share the apartment. I have a video with the apartment down below in the description if you want to check that out. Also, we basically share the living room, we share the kitchen. Our bathrooms are private, like everybody has its own bathroom. There are 4 bathrooms in my apartment, 4. 3 for each one of us and 1 for guests. So that's pretty awesome, I would say. All right, one more question. Alex, in accommodation, what if you want to live by your own? Do they provide money for that, monthly or yearly? Are you allowed? Yes, you are if you are a senior. Like if you have some time in the company, you are basically entitled to have a allowance for that. So you can move out of the company accommodation, you can move to a rented apartment, and the company will provide a part of that rent, I guess, something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but as far as I know, yes. Also, as I previously stated before, if you get married, if you are married, you can live outside. So you'll have an allowance and you can live outside the company accommodation if you want to. All right, ladies and gents, this has been the last question for this Q&A video. Thank you very much for watching. There's a few changes that will come in my next videos. Of course, I want to become more and more consistent. I want to do better and better for you. I'm reaching 2,000 subscribers, and that's just, that's just amazing. It's like a small YouTube channel now, right? Proper one. So I'm really glad for that. I'm happy for that. And there's a few changes coming. I want to do a Patreon page, just in case someone wants to reward my time that I spend on these videos. Also possibly make an intro, a nice intro. And I also take in consideration doing a sort of podcast-like video, a type of video which is longer, a longer format, and discussing different topics and having guests. So yeah, there's a couple of things that are in my mind for this YouTube channel, and I hope they will come soon. Well, thank you everybody again for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like for that algorithm. Follow me on my social media platforms, follow me on Instagram. Until next time, I'm Alex. Take care.